everyone! Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to share this awesome tote bag we're making today. It's a big, roomy tote, perfect for carrying all your stuff, like books, groceries, gym gear, or even your laptop. It has comfy shoulder straps and strong handle straps, so you can switch up how you carry it for a fun, new vibe. Inside, there are 2 zipper pockets to keep your things safe or nicely organized. Plus, a snap button lets you cinch it down for a smaller, totally different style. This sewing project is super easy and fun, great for beginners or anyone who loves crafting. For this tote, I'm using Echino fabric from Japan, known for its bold patterns and premium quality. You can mix and match different fabric colors and textures like soft cottons or durable linens to craft a one-of-a-kind tote bag that's uniquely yours. Find the pattern link in the description below to get started. If you're excited, hit that like button, share this video with your crafty friends, drop a comment to tell me what you'll use your tote for, and please subscribe for more simple sewing projects. Let's get started and create a unique tote together. I've popped the materials list on screen, so take a quick pause to check you've got everything ready to roll. Assuming you've printed, joined, traced, cut, and interfaced your fabric pieces, we're all set to start crafting those shoulder and handle straps. Pick up one shoulder strap fabric piece and place it wrong side up. Fold it in half lengthwise. Give it a good press with your iron to create a sharp center crease. Unfold it, bring each long, raw edge to the center, and press again. Fold it back in half along the crease, press one more time, and you'll have a strap about 3 centimeters, or roughly 1 3/16 inches wide. Stitch down both long edges about 3 millimeters, or 1/8 of an inch from each edge. Repeat the same process for the second shoulder strap. Now, switch to the handle straps. It's pretty much the same process. Grab one handle strap piece, wrong side up, fold it in half lengthwise, and press for a center crease. Unfold. Fold the long edges to the center. Press, then fold in half again and press to form a 3 centimeters, or 1 3/16 inches wide strap. Stitch both long edges, 3 millimeters, or 1/8 of an inch from each edge. Repeat for the second handle strap and stash them aside for later. Time to whip up the snap button straps. Grab 2 snap button strap fabric pieces and place them right sides together. Pin or clip them to keep things steady, then sew around all edges with a 6 millimeter or about 1/4 inch seam allowance, leaving the straight end open. Now, notch those rounded corners to ease turning the fabric. Turn the fabric right side out, press it flat with your iron for a crisp look, and top stitch 3 millimeters or 1/8 of an inch from the sewn edges for a pro finish. That's 1 snap button strap ready. Repeat for the second pair. Now, we're adding the cap and socket to 1 snap button strap. Mark your snap spot with a pen, then punch a small hole there with a hole punch or awl. Slide the cap's post through the hole from the fabric's right side, so the plain cap sits pretty on the outside. Flip to the wrong side, place the socket, the donut-shaped piece, over the cap post, and set the cap's base in the anvil's indent, socket facing up. Line up the narrow setting tool through the socket onto the cap post, and hammer firmly 2 to 3 times to secure it. Next, let's tackle the stud and post for the other snap button strap. Insert the post through the wrong side, so the stud, that bowler hat-shaped piece, looks good on the right side. Set the post's base on the anvil, align the wider setting tool's indent over the stud onto the post, and hammer firmly 2 to 3 times to lock it in. Give the snap a quick test by pressing the stud into the socket. It should click nice and tight. Now, we're going to set up the snap button holders. Mark the center point on both the snap button straps and on the right side of each snap button holder fabric piece with a fabric pen. Align the wrong side of the cap and socket strap with the right side of one snap button holder's center bottom edge, matching center marks. Lay a second snap button holder piece, wrong side up over them, and clip all layers. Do the same for the stud and post strap with another snap button holder pair. Sew along the aligned edges of both sets with a 1 centimeter or about 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. Press the seams toward the top edges with an iron for a tidy look. Top stitch 3 millimeters or 1/8 of an inch from the stitched edges on both holders for a sleek finish. It's time to work on the zipper pockets. First, position one zipper right side up, align the zipper strap pieces wrong side up at both ends, and secure with clips. Stitch each end with a 1 centimeter or about 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. Remove all clips and open the seams. Finger press them flat for a smooth vibe, and top stitch 3 millimeters or 1/8 of an inch from the stitched edges for a polished look. Repeat the same process for the second zipper. Now, we're building the zipper pockets. Mark the center points along the top edges of the facing for the main body, the zipper, the main body lining, and the zipper pocket fabric pieces. Place the zipper pocket fabric right side up, align the zipper's top edge right side up with the pocket fabric's top edge, matching center marks, and clip them. Align the facing's bottom edge, wrong side up, with the top edges of the zipper and pocket fabric, keeping center marks lined up, and clip all layers. Stitch through all layers with a straight stitch, using a 1 centimeter or 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. Press seams toward the top edge with an iron for a neat edge. Top stitch 3 millimeters or 1/8 of an inch from the stitched edge. Position the zipper pocket and zipper right side up, aligning the zipper's bottom edge with the pocket's bottom edge, and clip. Place the main body lining wrong side up, aligning its top edge with the zipper and pocket, and clip. Stitch with a 1 centimeter or about 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. Once you've sewn, check your work. The facing should be attached to the lining with the zipper in place and a loop forming the pocket sewn at the back. Now, press the zipper seam flat, then top stitch 3 mm or 1/8 of an inch from the stitched edge through only the top 2 layers, ensuring the back layer remains free. Check as you sew to keep the back layer unattached. Once complete, trim off the excess zipper tape on both ends. Repeat the process for the second zipper pocket. Let's work on the side lining. Clip the snap button straps to the top edges of the side fabric piece to keep them out of the way. Place the side fabric piece right side up. Position the snap button holder with the stud and post, wrong side up, aligning its bottom edge with the short top edge, and clip. Next, position the snap button holder with the cap and socket, wrong side up, aligning its bottom edge with the short bottom edge, and clip. Stitch both ends. The top and bottom edges with a 1 cm or about 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. Once complete, press all seams toward the bottom edges of the snap button holders with an iron for a clean finish, and top stitch 3 mm or 1/8 of an inch from the stitched edge for a pro look. time to attach the shoulder straps to the main body panel. Find the center point of the main body front panel, mark it with a fabric pen, and measure 8 centimeters or about 3 1/8 inches outward in both directions to mark those spots. Place the main body panel right side up. Position one shoulder strap so both ends align with the top edge, keeping the inner edges 16 centimeters, or about 6 3/16 inches apart, centered on your marks. Clip and pin both strap ends, then sew with a 6 millimeter or about a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Once complete, repeat for the main body back panel with the second shoulder strap. Now, move to the handle straps on the side fabric piece. Mark the center point on both the short top edge and short bottom edge. Measure 5 centimeters or about 1 15/16 inches outward from each center point in both directions and mark. Place the side fabric piece right side up. Align one handle strap with the top short edge, ensuring the inner edges are 10 centimeters or about 3 7/8 inches apart, centered on your marks. Next, align the other handle strap with the bottom short edge, keeping the inner edges 10 centimeters apart. Clip and pin all strap ends, then sew with a 6 millimeter or about a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Get ready to build the exterior. Mark the center point along the length of the side panel and the center point of the front main body panel with a fabric pen. Next, notch the rounded corners of the front main body panel to ease bulk later. Now, align the long edge of the side panel with the side edge of the front main body panel, right sides together, matching center marks and clip together. Once clipped, sew with a 1 centimeter or about 3/8 of an inch seam allowance, and repeat the same process to attach the back main body panel to the other long edge of the side panel. Now, let's shape the lining. Fold and align the top edge of the zipper pocket with the top edge of the front lining panels facing, and clip. Next, align the side edges of the zipper pocket with the side edges of the front lining panel and clip. You may notice that the zipper pocket is slightly shorter than the lining. Don't worry, as it is intentional. Once clipped, sew the corners of the zipper pocket to the front lining panel with an 8mm or about 5/16 of an inch seam allowance. Next, trim excess fabric from the zipper pocket to match the sewn corners, and notch the rounded corners of the front lining panel for smoother alignment later. Now, mark the center point along the length of the side lining panel and the center point of the front lining panel. Next, align the long edge of the side lining panel with the side edge of the front lining panel. Right sides together, matching center marks and secure with clips. Sew the edge with a 1 centimeter or about 3/8 of an inch seam allowance, leaving a 16 centimeter or about 6 1/4 inch gap along the bottom edge for turning the bag right side out. After sewing this edge with a gap for turning, repeat the process to attach the back lining panel to the other long edge, sewing continuously without a gap. Your lining should now have a gap on one bottom edge and a closed seam on the other. Perfect. Let's finish off by closing the tote bag now. Position the lining with the wrong side facing out, then slide the exterior, right side out, inside so their right sides face each other. Match the top edges of the lining and exterior and secure with clips or pins. Then sew around the top edge with a 1 centimeter or about 3/8 of an inch seam allowance, backstitching over strap attachment points for extra durability. While sewing, always keep the straps flat and perpendicular to the edge. Now, turn the bag right side out through the lining's opening. Finger press the top edge to smooth it out, then clip or pin. Next, top stitch 6 millimeters or 1/4 inch from the edge to reinforce the seam. For the lining's turning gap, finger press the edges to align neatly, clip or pin, and top stitch 3 millimeters or 1/8 inch from the edge to close it. There you go! Your tote bag is stunning! If you loved this project, smash that like button, share, comment, and subscribe for more sewing projects. Don't forget to get the pattern below and see you in the next video. Thanks for crafting with me.